You can watch me when I fall, when I cry, when I get shot, when I go to jail, when I die. You can watch.
Your homie Gab is in the building. Check out my exclusive interview with the return of the Holy One, hip-hop legend, YZ.
I heard somebody's talking naughty about me. They getting too personal, don't even know my circle.
Oh, what's good? It's YZ, the Black Bank, and right now you're checking out my man, Young Gab, MAKAVELI Media. You know what it is.
Okay, I said, bro, before I forget, you touched on something that I wanted to go back and get some clarity on. You said you had beef with Treach from Naughty by Nature.
Well, yeah.
And I heard something about, because I told you I've been following your career, since a teenager, and I remember people saying you had beef with Treach.
Yeah, they been
you know what I mean?
I did a video shoot called "Return of the Holy One" with a
the chainsaw.
A chainsaw.
He's talking about he had the chainsaw.
Yeah. So after I do that, Treach goes and does a picture with a chainsaw on their record cover. These dumb motherfuckers in the street start saying Treach took YZ's chainsaw. Does that even make any fucking sense? Like, I walk around the fucking street with a chainsaw, for one, right? And if I did have a chainsaw, do you think anybody would be able to take a fucking chainsaw from me? It just don't make any goddamn sense. Yeah, and it wasn't a beef that I actually started with Treach, but I can get into it if you want.
Sure.
Okay, going back to Tony D. Tony D was a producer. I was the business behind that for a minute. He did a record with PRT, did records with me. And then there were other producers who would come after him and would produce similar sections of, different compositions. And he took offense to it. And so he did this album called "If the Music Makes You Move." And he came to me saying, hey, people biting my shit, I want you to do a record with me called "Get Off My Rhythm." And when my first response to that was, Tone, you talking about samples. You sample just like everybody else. You sample other people before you, they just sample. He's like, yeah, but they taking my compositions. And I was like, bruh, I don't really agree with that, but you my man, we in business together. Now mind you, by this time, I already know what's going on with PRT, but I do it anyway. I get on this record with him called "Get Off My Rhythm." And I mentioned some of the people that used his records, like Big Daddy Kane. I mentioned Flavor Unit. I mentioned Gangstar. At the end of the record, Tony starts talking about "fuck your puny little unit" and stuff like that. And I was just like thinking, Tony, he was onto something, but he was onto something that I just didn't realize, that beef causes friction. Friction causes sales. Just like sex sells, beef sells. He was one of the first persons that I saw that was really, like, he created a beef between me and Wise Intelligence and PRT. And I love those dudes. He created a beef. That me getting on that, Tony didn't, even though it was his record and he rhymed on the record, the beef didn't go to Tony, it came to me because I was the one with the name. You get me? And so,
yeah.
Now, okay, let's move forward. Latifah never came to me. I knew Latifah. I knew Apache. I knew Shakim. But as a matter of fact, I had great respect for those people. Lakim Shabazz and I was signed to the same record label for a minute with Tough City. So, mind you, this is just music. I ain't really getting at these people for no real beef. I mean, and the fact that I mentioned them, I had to have respect for them. I love Gangstar. I loved Big Daddy Kane was my dude. I loved his shit. You could not put Raw on or Warm It Up Kane, and you won't see me wording everything, rhyming every word. I love that shit. So anyway, making a long story short, or longer, because I damn sure ain't making it shorter. Treach, Naughty by Nature was the latest addition to Flavor Unit. And I guess since Latifah wasn't going to do it, Apache wasn't going to do it, I guess he's like, I'm the young gunner on this. You mentioned Flavor Unit? Fuck that. I'm going to get at this dude. One day I got a phone call saying, now mind you, hold up, before that, I saw Latifah at the Apollo. I saw her at the Apollo. She brought a young dude on stage that rapped with her. I was thinking, yo, just like when I saw Wise, I was like, that young nigga is dope. He's dope. I like his energy. I didn't really like, the rhyme so much, but his style and energy, I was like, yo, that nigga's dope. Anyway, come to find out, that was Treach. So when Treach put out their project, I get a phone call. Yo, Treach dissed you on a record. I said, what? Who? Treach, Naughty by Nature. I was like, who the fuck is Treach? And so they was just like, yo, he down with Flavor Unit. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. I know exactly who you talking about. That's the nigga that was rapping with Latifah. He dissed me? That nigga don't know me. That's me talking to my men. I was like, so they send me a copy of the record. I listened to the record, and sure enough, he like 1 to the 2 to the 3, and fuck the YZ. I was like, I gotta get at that dude. So when I got back in the studio, the first record I recorded was this joint called Return of the Holy One. I got at that nigga. I heard somebody talking naughty about me. It's getting too personal. Don't even know my circle, meaning you don't know me. I guess it simply means I'm on my dick. Huh. You know, and I was just like thinking, fuck you, I don't know you. And it caused a great beef between, now mind you, Shakim, it never caused any beef between Shakim and I, even after I dissed the nigga. Latifah showed real loyalty. She was just like, look, she started to take the PRT because she knew the PRT and I would against each other. And even though I would see her and we would still talk, I remember we were driving limos together. I would see her at the airport and we would sit and talk. But I get it. Her loyalty was to Flavor Unit. And so, you know, Treach and I had major beef. Now, mind you, I would see Vinny. He would never say a word. I would see, what's the producer's name?
His producer name is KG.
I would see him. He would never say, as a matter of fact, when that dude would see me, and no disrespect to him now, but he knows it's true, he would get shook. Because, look, I didn't go anywhere without a gun. Nowhere. If you saw me, no, I had it. And I don't care who was around. And so, because I ran by myself. And so, at the end of the day, that beef with me and Treach was real. But Treach, when you saw him, he had 40 niggas with him. Every time you saw this nigga, you saw me, I was by myself for the most part. I remember John Singleton and I got in a limousine together to go see Cube at this spot over in used to be called Mars. I don't know what it was called when they finally did it. I forget the name of the spot it was called, but it was on the west side of New York, Soho. And so we go there, and I could feel somebody breathing on my neck. So I turn around, it's Treach. So I put my arm around this dude to talk to him. Mind you, he got a gaggle of niggas behind him. They mad as a motherfucker. And he talking to me. His boys is mad. And they was like, fuck it, you mean, what the fuck you talking to this nigga for? They rushed me in a corner. Now, mind you, they couldn't get any hits, and somebody scratched my nose. I'm punching like they punching, trying to fight an army. And them niggas know it's true. And so, I speak the truth. Anybody that was there know this happened. Biz was there. Well, God bless the Jed. John Singleton was there. Ice Cube was on stage when this shit was happening. As a matter of fact, after I left that show, I went back to the hotel and went to see Ice Cube the same night. And I know he remembered that night. And the funny thing is, if Cube hear this, I know he know because something special happened that night. I ain't got to say what.
Word. But yo, hold up. So you and Treach actually threw blows. Y'all came to blows over this shit?
Yo, let me tell you something, and this is the God's honest truth. I saw Treach at a thing called Jack the Rapper in Atlanta. Now mind you, let's go before that, Jack the Rapper. After that, I saw Treach. Actually, I saw Apache at a video shoot for Coogee Rap and Polo called Ill Street Blues. They shot it in Jersey City. I was living in Brooklyn at the time. I went to that video shoot with two friends of mine, very close friends of mine. One was called Hawk. If you don't know who Hawk is, if you ever seen Ain't No Half Steppin', he's the dude in the ring with Big Daddy Kane. And Hawk, you would see him with Biz. You would see, if you saw Kane, you would see him. If you saw Biz, you would see him. If you saw YZ, because Hawk was just one of them dudes. That's how he got his bread. And everybody in Brooklyn knew. If you're from Fort Greene or if you're from anywhere in Brooklyn, you know who Hawk is. The other dude is another dude named K, just as infamous. Those two dudes are not to be fucked with, period. But they were my men. If you saw me, you saw them. If you look at the Return of Holy One video, Hawk is in it. He's all through it. Mind you. Okay, let's go forward. You go to the he and G-Rap, and mind you, I told you, G-Rap and we were on the same label for a short period of time. So I was on the same label as Kane. So, mind you, we went to the video shoot to see them, not to be in the video, just to go camaraderie, just to go see your boys. We go there. I see Apache. Apache gives me a big, God bless the day, gives me a big hug and a kiss. I ain't seen him in a while. What up, man? What's good? Yo, you good? Yeah, everything is good. I hear somebody say, Apache, what the fuck you doing talking to that dude for? You know he got beef with Treach. I'm like looking. I said, who the fuck is that? He said, don't worry about him. That's Pookie. That's that dude G, whatever his name is. That we can't think of his name right now.
KG.
Fucking name. And I'm sorry about that. If he's listening, I should know your name. Anyway, to make a long story short, because I'm not trying to make jokes of him. This was this nigga's brother, and he did road management for Naughty, so he was just there with Apache. So he says, yo, what the fuck is up with you? You know, he says, he ain't talking to me. He's talking to Apache, who was talking to me, giving me hugs from across the street. So Apache says, don't worry about that. That's Pookie. That's such and such brother, you know. I said, oh, little did he know, I got Hawk and K with me. Hawk heard this nigga say this shit to me. I looked at Hawk. I looked back. Hawk wasn't there. The next time I looked over at this nigga, Pookie, Hawk was standing right next to the nigga about to kill him. And so I said to Hawk, no. I was like, I gave him I was like, no. Because Hawk, yo, you don't fuck with me. And Hawk, oh my God, it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy.
Right.
So mind you, I tell Hawk to come back to me. I tell Kay, let's go back to Brooklyn. We leave. We say, I'll buy out the Coogee Rap and Polo. This is a God's the honest, true story. Matter of fact, I didn't have my gun on me that day so much that I was almost trying to borrow one of, I won't even say, someone else's gun. And he was just like, nah, I ain't giving you my gun, Lord.
Right.
So anyway, and when he hears the story, he'll know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to put people out there like that. So,
nah.
Because these are my peoples. The next day, I go to Cold Chillin', and Fly Ty hear my voice. He was like, is that YZ? Tell YZ to get in my office. I go to, he said, close the door. I get in Fly Ty's office, close the door. He says, what the fuck is going on with you and Treach? I said, what the fuck you talking about? What's up? What you talking about? He said, yo, you leave the video shoot. Treach show up to the video shoot with 40 niggas with bats and shit talking about where YZ at. When I'm in Fly Ty's office, I tell him I'll square this away. Now, mind you, I'm on Broadway. My office is in the same building as Source at the time. I'm downtown, 594 Broadway on the 9th floor. I got a studio, 1,900 square glass brick office. Fly. I leave my office one day, And while I'm leaving my office, the champagne-colored Mercedes-Benz passed by with his arm hanging out. And I got a sixth sense. I had it since I was a kid. As soon as I saw the arm, I couldn't see the driver, but as soon as I saw the arm, I was just like, yo, that's Treach. Treach pulls over, gets out of his car. Little does he know, inside my fatigues, I got a big knife about at least a foot long in my arm.
Okay.
Yeah, he pulls over, he gets out the car. As soon as he gets out the car, now mind you, the last I heard, you just came to a video shoot looking for me with a gang of cats, a gang of people, gang of dudes. I see. He don't know what I have on me, but I'm like rushing to get to him because I'm about to stab him right on Broadway, and so what ended up happening is he puts his arms in the air. He's like, yo, I'm coming to piece this up. I said, yo, when I saw you in he said, yo, I'm coming to piece this up, and I said, yo, you can't be coming to video shoots and stuff looking for me talking about, you know, where YZ at with a whole bunch of people thinking it's okay. He's like, that's exactly what I'm called. So he don't know what I have in my arm. My car was right there. So I sit in my car. I take my knife out of my arm and put it on the side of me. He don't know if it's a gun. He don't know what it is. I just know he got his hands on my car. And he's trying to see what it is, but he doesn't say anything except for, yo, I'm coming to piece this up. Fine. I said, cool. If you're coming to piece it up, peace. You know, I'll go my way, and there ain't be no problems. Okay, mind you, I see him a few weeks later in Atlanta at the Jack the Rapper that I keep talking about. I see him at Jack the Rapper, and mind you, I'm at Jack the Rapper with my lawyer. I got Daniel Hastings with me, who is a photographer, and he has his art director with him. We're all eating at the hotel restaurant there, and we're eating, and somebody says, yo, Treach just walked into the door. I said, I ain't no worries. I just pieced this up with him in New York just a little while ago. Now, mind you, I got a 32 at the bottom in a bag at my feet that they don't even know that I have, right? So anyway, while we're eating and talking, this bright orange vision to the side of me shows up right next to me. So I look up, it's Treach. I knew it was him already. He has this bicycle chain around his neck. And he says, yeah, what's up, nigga? I said, hold up, wait a minute. Ain't you just, didn't you just piece this up with me? He said, yeah, but I just want to make sure it's still pieced up, So I'm like thinking, you whack ass nigga, that's some whack shit. Because I could have stabbed you on Broadway, nigga, and you would have did nothing about it. But I said, okay, no problem. I said, yeah, it's pieced up. But I look over, and who do I see? I see Apache. I see Shakim. I look to my left, and I see the person whom I did not want to see. I see, and I didn't even know he was even down with them at the time, but it changed my whole attitude. I see Freddie Fox standing over my lawyer's shoulder. Now, I'm like thinking, nobody knows it, but I got a 32 at my foot. If I pull his gun out, I'm going to clear this place out. But Freddie Fox is going to kill my lawyer.
No bullshit. Bumpy knuckles. Okay.
Because Freddie is not to be fucked with. Like, that's one dude I would never fucking fool with in this game. Him and my buddy Just Ice. The two dudes that you got to respect. Like, you got to give them respect. Because they just
original New York OG.
And Justice,
gangster rapper.
Like, that's my dude. But they just ain't to be fucked with. They'll harm you.
Yo, so you gotta hold on. So what? You got to know what happened. What happened, bro?
Yeah. So listen. I'll get to the end of this. After Treach leaves, I get up from the table and I go see Shakim, and he says, "Bruh, I already know what you're gonna say." He says, "Look, I already know, but family, that's just how I eat. So I had to be here to support. That's all. Like, because I'm like thinking to myself, yo, I know damn well, because I remind you, I told you I'm cool with Shakim. I'm cool with Apache. I'm cool, like before he was passed, So
yeah.
mind you, I get it. He's like, look, this is my bread and butter. I'm at least stand by my bread and butter. But he wouldn't. I doubt very seriously if the fight or some shit would have broke out, he would have fought for his bread and butter that day. Because I would have been shooting at everything. Everything. Anything moving, I would have been shooting at. And that's the God's honest truth. Exactly that's what happened. So here, it even gets a little better. I'll tell you a little bit more of the story. After we finish our little meeting, I go upstairs because now I'm a little salty. I go upstairs with mates from De La Soul, and we go up to Redman's room, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
No. I go up to Redman's room because Redman's, he's smoking a spliff. I go upstairs because I'm figuring, man, I need to have something to smoke right now. Like, I mean, this is where my mind was at the time. I don't smoke now, but
right, your nerves, calm your nerves. Your nerves is fried right now, right?
Well, I guess that's what my mind was. I was just like, man, I can't believe this shit. So I get there's a knock at the door. It's me saying, yo, what's going on with you and Trish? Trish downstairs talking about he's looking for YZ. Now, mind you, I just left this nigga. But so what I'm saying is, what happened? I was just in your fucking face. Now leave and you missed the bulldog downstairs? Come on, man. I go back downstairs. By the time I could get off the elevator, Treach ain't nowhere to be fucking found.
So, Wazzy, let me ask you this, man. So this never affected your relationship with Tupac.
Like
Tupac
I
never
said,
did Tupac know about
all
you?
Of the shit, think about it. The shit that happened the last time I saw Pac maybe I saw him after even that. But when I saw Pac at the above the rim when he shot that last scene, he gave me a hug and a kiss. I'm telling you, you would have never known. I knew he knew that Treach and I had beef, but never did he once let that. He knew me before Treach.
Right.
He never let that shit come between.
So in closing, with you and Treach, y'all good now? Like, did that situation ever resolve itself? Like, did anything ever come from it? Did you work it out?
But you look, I ain't got no beef with Treach. Matter of fact, I mean, he may still have some saltiness with him. I don't know. When I look back at that dumb shit, it's just dumb shit.
But it happened, though. That's it.
If somebody said it happened differently than that, they lying. And I'm calling them a liar right now.
Right.
If anybody that hears the story that was there says anything different than what I just told you, they lying.
I guess that simply means I'm on my dick. Wimpy, coming up empty, dummy, funny.